No offense to anyone who is only able to communicate with certain loved ones and family members through the avenue of Facebook, because that's the case for me. It's the reason why I joined in the first place. But the more I looked at the Project Janus agenda to make us all a pretender and to make us one with the plans that are being made by our constant contender, the adversary of our souls, I began to look at some different things concerning Facebook and its possible and intended goals. And of course we know that there is a brotherhood connection. At least it is even implied in the movie Social Network, which was supposed to be about Zuckerberg putting together the idea, which he, according to the movie and according to also some things that came out in the media, which he supposedly had stolen from some twins. You see, Facebook is all about creating twins. Those are the facts. It is a facet of fascism. Fake, feces, faces, facade, frontin, facetiously. All words that relate to the word fake, which is the word face. A C is always either an S or a K. It also has to do with a phase. It's a phase book. So C hides the S and the K when you look at it that way, does it not? And it's to create two different U's to occupy one spot. Have mercy. The same as the Sasha Fierce objective. Interesting, you have the little girl Sasha in the White House, and then you have Beyonce housing this demon spirit called Sasha Fierce, and Sasha backwards is ISIS. Let's continue. It's designed to give us a way to communicate with each other, because the powers that be just love for us to be able to spread love one to another in fellowship and brotherhood. Yes, indeed. No longer does the alphabet, or do the alphabet boys have to follow you around, create a file on you, have a little folder, tap your phone and figure out what you like, what you don't like, and fill the folder with this information. Guess what? You tell them yourself. You create your own file. Have mercy. It's been that way for a while. A lot of alphabet boys and spooks. Interesting, that's a slang term for a spy, a spook. Like a slang term for a spirit or a demon. Agent Smith was a spook. Have mercy. He looked like a government man, but he acted like a demon or a spirit. But the spooks don't have to follow you around like they once did. So again, we understand how, like the old folks would say, how what the devil meant for bad, God turn around for good. Okay? But let's look at every aspect anyway. Again, the word face itself. The face is the outer. It's okay. But the outer is the shallow. All you see is the surface when you're looking at the face of anything. And it's where we get the word fake. And also, yes, you play with the vowels. Fake, faces, faces, feces, facade, facetious. To be facetious with someone. That means you BSing them. What the S stand for in BS. Have mercy. Don't mess with me. A facet. A facet of something. It's not the whole thing, it's just part of it. Same thing with the face. It's the outer. It's the part that's projected to you. The facade. The facade of a building is just the front of the building. Frontin. It's the front. Hiding the continents. The feelings. Feelings. It's a mask. The continents is the way that the way you fix your face, based on the emotions that you got in the place inside of your mental space. That's your continence. The way your spirit, whatever spirit you're under, have mercy, will adjust the musculature in your face to create what you call an expression. It's deeper. It's the continence. We talked about it before. Let's continue. The outward deception, the face of an organization. Right? You become the face of a company. That don't mean you own the company. Have mercy. Something fake going on there. The covering, or to conceal. Can you see that? We're on the wrong part. There we go. Let it go. No, okay. We was in the right place. There we go. Put on the front. To conceal. You see it up there at the top? Where is it? Up here? Up here on this side. There it is. To conceal. Conceal. A seal is used to bind something, to make it tight, to keep it closed, to keep it shut. Okay? Similar to conceal, but to conceal. Again, don't front. Put up a front. The facade, the facade of a building. Actors make up a story. To disguise, to be someone else. Lie, to make up things. Okay? Different than I imagine, which is a word that contains magi, because it has to do with magic. To I imagine, you are creating a reality based on your thought. Okay? A lie, or to make up something, is different. You're not, at least not in the beginning. You tell one lie, it leads to another, then you tell two lies to cover each other. But at least in the beginning, when you lie, you're not in the depth of it that you would need to be. Say when you were a child and you were playing something using your imagination, you get deeper into it. And as opposed to you making up the details tend to just flow to you when you're inspired by imagination. Let's continue. To alter one's appearance. Alter. Built to other, or alter for alternative, for alternate or alternative gods. Change. That's your boy Obeezy's word, ain't it? To alter or to transform. Again, all of these things having to do with the changing agenda, the agenda of Project Janus, to change us. Okay, to cause us to change, to really, by our own will, to create another self, to MK ultrafy our own selves, and to become someone else, so that that someone else can then be possessed and sent spirits of ill will, malevolence, and unrest. Surface. Facade. Shallow or nothing. To put up a facade. Nothing. Worthless. Feces. It's nothing. It ain't blank. It ain't sugar, honey, iced tea to me. Take the first letter of each word. Interesting. What's going on? What's up? Somebody may say. And instead of saying nothing, some will say, ain't skit up. A skit is nothing. Skittles. Actors act in a skit. Acting again. And again, from the very beginning, actors were all about attempting to play the roles of their gods, of spirit beings, truly demon beings. I don't care what their name is, how old they are, how far back you can trace them. That's Atum Ray, that's Shiva, that's Vishnu, that's Krishna. Hey, hey. And And they've been around for long, long years. Azazel and his peers. Let's continue. In Cam, or Kim, the Arabic spelling, K and H roll together. You see the similarity in the K and H, the usage of K and H together, even in the word Ankh. So skit, you can use it. There it is. There's the proof right there. You can alternate the K and the H again to show you that there's a relationship between skit and nothing, and feces and nothing, and the curse word for feces and nothing. And all of this relates to why it's called the Book of the Face. Have mercy. To why we call this outer part of the body that serves really very important purposes to us. Why it's called a face, and the relationship of that word to fascism, to facade, to fake, and to feces. Let's continue. Even Einstein said reality is an illusion. Separate the real from the fake. Reality appears solid. It appears solid. It's a matrix. You bump your big head on that flow, you're going to get a knot in your head. But what we're told by science, we're supposed to believe what they've said, is that everything is comprised of molecules, and the molecules are not bound together the way they appear to be. Is this just a way to play on your assessment of what is reality? Can we ever truly prove that? Can we trust those who disseminate that information and who are the authorities and the scholars on that? Can it ever truly be proven that the molecules are just not quite touching, but they're vibrating and constantly moving? I believe in the vibration aspect of it, because everything was created by the word. The word is sound. However, everything looks solid to me when I look around. Is that a way to make us want to be like those spirits, those demons that should be bound up and cast down? They're gaseous, and they're able to pass through solid, or what appears to be solid to me and you. There's some interesting questions to ask. What about that action? And who's about that acting? Dr. Leakey and the Lucy lie, which was backing evolution. That was all about backing evolution. When Dr. Leakey and them came up with saying that this bag of bones, which has been disputed and which has been refuted by quite a few now in these days and times, but interesting, they named that skeleton Lucy, and they used that skeleton not to prove that everybody come from Africa. You get lost in the pride sauce. Have mercy. You let people flatter you and you believe anything they tell you, and that's what that's designed to do. No, we ain't come from no monkeys. Have mercy. You might have come from a monkey. Maybe you came from a chimpanzee, but not me. Have mercy. I come from the deep. But anyway, Dr. Leakey and them claimed that they were listening to Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds in her eyes. And so, in celebration of finding this great find, this great archaeological find, when in reality, songwriters came to mind. Lucifer in the sky, shining, with diamonds in his eyes. They like to represent Lucifer in the female form. And so it was more proof positive to me that Lucifer himself was behind the evolutionary lie. So, what that has to do with things? Well, you look at facts. Again, a word relating to facet, to fake, and to face what's on the surface. Your so-called facts are the collection of Brotherhood approved. It is the collection of Brotherhood approved information that's allowed to sit on the surface for you to gather up. And because you have a sense of elitism about yourself, and you want to be bigger and better than everybody else, in your subconscious mind at least, you scoop these things up off the surface where they're left for you, like floating feces, these facts, and you stand on them. You take them as the proof of truth. And that's not very wise, if you ask me. But then what do I know? I'm just a guy from Detroit. I'm new here. I was born at night, but not last night. Let's continue. Let's look at some more things. 720, I can't help it. We'll start none, won't be none. Alright. So what are the facts and how do we find them now? Study to show thyself approved, rightly dividing the word. Study what to show thyself approved. They just told you. The word. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Knowledge of what? Science, math, economics. Look at what your economics degree got you now. The economy and what it's based upon and everything have turned topsy-turvy. And you perished. And you had all that knowledge. Your bank account perished. Something perished. Your way of life. So therefore, the knowledge that you perish for lack of is knowledge of the word. Hey. Hear me now, believe me later. You'll believe me someday. Please believe it. I don't play for UNLV and I don't play for NOBOD. Let's continue. So you have to look below the surface. That's right. You got all that surface information. Got a lot of head knowledge. No spiritual knowledge whatsoever. You're spiritually illiterate and ignorant because you ignore what you're told that's true. Have mercy. If I'm talking about you, what you gonna do? Let's continue. You look below the surface with the Associated Press, with Reuters, Fox, Disney, CNN, TBN, church, academia say has all been compromised. Be wise. Have mercy. The goal is to create characters out here. Method acting. You're method acting. Don't say you're not. You be getting into character, playing a role. All the world's a stage. The actors used to have to be inspired. And if you've seen certain documentaries and videos, a very good one on Johnny Depp and another good one on what's the actress who John Lennon's assassin was fixated with? Jodie Foster. Check this out. You must be inspired. You know the spire, spirit, right in the middle. Where is it at? It's right here. Possessed. Must be inspired. Spirit must go in. You must become another personality or character by letting in the demon that corresponds to the issues, the emotions, energy and motion of the character or the entity. You will know a good actor by the spirit. Discern to learn. Study to show thyself approved. Let's see what I said about these guys. Rightly divide even misinfo. That's right. Misinformation. You got to look through it. You know their names. You might have saw them on there, right? Alex+Jones, Jesse the Body, David Icke. What secret order is giving orders? Dr. Yorkfield, Valentine, Griff. Who do they believe in? And what group do they belong to? Who's deceiving and who's just deceived. You know, a person can be under the wrong impression and got it honest. Seriously, just be wrong. Everybody wrong about something sometime, and ain't nobody on YouTube, me included, got it all right. I know what I got right though. Have mercy. You test the spirit by the spirit, and you know which one. That's right. Let's see what we got here. Lie and die. Interesting. Important in putting on your costume, becoming your other person, and changing your hair color. Nowadays you're seeing the most ridiculous colors of hair, the most ridiculous hairstyles I've ever seen anytime and anywhere. And everybody doing it. It's as if it's a let's look crazy contest going on. Have mercy. And you winning. So lie and die. Essential in changing not only the color but the chemical composition of your crown, which will turn your smile upside down to a frown after so long, because those things are so strong they'll do damage not only to your outer, to the facade of the body, to the scalp. You seen Countess Vaughn's wig, you seen her head. Well, and you know, God bless her for the strength to show that to other women, to try to help them, because a woman's hair is her crown and glory. Have mercy. But if you continue to put things on your dome piece, you know, as within, so without, as above, so below, which is a stolen concept taken by the brotherhoods and used as one of their mantras, that is based upon reality. Okay, you are what you eat. What you put on the outside of your body will affect the inside of your body. That's why you should not put things on the body that you wouldn't put in the body. That's right. You can't eat it. You should leave it alone. But again, for the facade, for the face that you want to put up, you know, you go through all kind of changes. So outside the spectrum of visible light, demons hide. We are the vehicles they ride inside, illuminating our personalities, elevating our pride. In the seat of the mind, will, and emotions, they abide, causing a blinding, binding false light. Like new energy-saving bulbs, deceptively enslaving how we're behaving, creating a slick side, suicide. So who is truly your spiritual guide? With what thoughts are you preoccupied? How are you deceived? What have you denied? Have you deceived yourself? You ain't never lied. If that's what you have signified, therein is the lie by which you'll be fried. Consider just going through a phase. Not real, unimportant. A phase. It's not real. A face. It's not real. The two faces, the mask of Janus, Gemini, actors. Hippocrates was the archetype of actors today. Hippocrates, hypocrites. That's where you get the word hypocrites from. The symbol for theater, the arts, the two faces of Janus. Enjoy your lives. Your lives. Where right is left, the good guy is ugly and poor, the bad guy is pretty and rich. Media darlings lie. Media villains tell the truth. The image you see is upside down. Keeping it real is being fake. Speaking truth is a revolutionary act that makes people uncomfortable. And movies make reality. Reality TV is staged. The Matrix. Brought to you by the Prince of this world, the Prince of the Power of the Air, and the God of this age. So this has been Unplug 'em. I hope that I put some things on your dome piece. And again, we war in the name of the Messiah, by the will of Ahia, against the beast.